All right, we're on to step 4, email 5, write articles for your niche. Again, I really messed up my article submissions, and I went over that with you last video slash email. And so please don't make those mistakes. Learn from the mistakes I made. The other thing I thought was going to be really tough was how do I write 400 or 500 word articles and crank them out really quickly. And what I learned was there's tools to use where you can do it in about 15 minutes or even less. So option 1, I use this the most. I found it to be the quickest. I use article templates, and there's probably many article templates out there. I use a tool called Jiffy Articles, and I couldn't write articles without it, to be really honest with you. And so I'm just going to show you that. There's a link in here in the Resource Center. This is Jiffy Articles. It's not the cheapest thing in the world, but I'm going to show you why it's so valuable. And again, this is scalable, so you want to write 100, 200, 1,000 articles. This is a tool to do it with. And so if you look at Forex, and you can put keywords in there as well, the sales page actually will give you more information, but I'm just going to show you how I use it real quickly. He's got 112 different templates in here just for Forex articles. That's not including all the other categories, just Forex articles. So I'm going to randomly pick one. And he's already got 134 words written in here. But for instance, you can just copy this, paste it in here, and that's your title. Now you're probably going to change this title, right? Like we said, I'm probably going to have something that says Learn Forex Market Trading, and then I'm going to say tips to succeed. And so I want to get my keyword in there, and that's how I change it. But the interesting thing is with each section there's advice, and so you can copy this and rewrite it real quick, and it makes writing these articles in chunks really easy. I could write this article in 15 minutes or less because each tip is already outlined for me, and it triggers my mind of what to write as you go down into this box. And so once you fill all this out, all you have to do is create my article, and it'll pop it in an article in a text format for you. And so here's a couple saved ones just to give you an idea. So this is one that I wrote, I just haven't downloaded yet. It took me less than 15 minutes to write. It's completely custom. Oh, that's not one that I have done yet. Let me try another one. Let's see if this one's done. Load. It took me less than 15 minutes to write any of these. And if I scroll down to the bottom, you see some of these boxes I didn't fill out because I'm already above my 400 word count. And so all I have to do now is create this article, put it, proofread it, make sure it follows the editorial guidelines, and I'm off to the races with another article written. And again, I did this in less than 15 minutes, and I'd find it hard to believe that other people can't do that as well. So by far my favorite options right here, option 1. Option 2 is to rewrite PLR articles. The advantage there is you have an article, you've got the tips or the main points already, and you can boil it down to an outline and really make it into a template. But I find that to be a little harder. I think some people find it easier. There's 2 great sources of PLR. We already went over these, so I'm not going to go over them with you right now. The third is to have somebody else to outsource your articles, and there's so many places to do this. I can't list all of them, and I've never used a ghostwriter. I've always written my own articles because it's not that difficult for me. However, if it is really difficult for you, you could get your first 10 or however many. You can pay for them. I find them between $3.50 and $5 is what I've seen, although I've seen them as high as $18. So one of the tips is if you're going to do that, make sure that you understand eZine articles requirements around ghostwriting. They do allow it. This is the link to the information. Here's the exact quote on ghostwriters. It says if you hire a ghostwriter to write your articles, you must have exclusive license that only allows your name to be associated with the articles produced for you. and almost all these services provide that. The quickest way that I know of is to look in the Warrior Forum, and that's what I did here. And if you open the Warrior Forum, you can see that in this case I searched for article, but if you go into Warriors for Hire, which is, you just navigate from the Warrior Forum website, you're going to see so many opportunities to hire somebody to write killer content, $2 articles, write articles $4, lots and lots, and they're going to say that they are original articles. A lot of people are platinum authors that write these, so you can find a lot of resources there. If you're going to use a ghostwriter or you are going to use PLR and rewrite it, you want to make sure that you have original content, and that's where Copyscape comes in. I think it's 10 cents each time. You have to use this premium one. And each time you check something, I think a credit is 10 cents, so it's very low cost. I'm just going to take a PLR article from those 550 that I showed you a while ago on Forex. And so whether it's PLR or it's a ghostwriter, you can just paste it in here. And so I just pasted the article in here. I do a premium search. And lo and behold, it's not original work. There are actually 35 places that Copyscape found this article or something very similar to it, where there were similarities. And so you can't use this type of article by itself, and if you rewrite it, you want to make sure that there aren't any other results within Copyscape. You can see here I have 186 credits, and again, I think they're a dime a piece every time you do it. So it's very cheap. Before you submit to eZine articles, you want to make sure it's original. The Copyscape Premium service is what most people use, and the only service that I've used. So that's it for this one. The next lesson, I believe, is the last lesson. Again, we have resources here for you that we covered in here. Hope this helped you. Look forward to the next email and video series. Thanks.